Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Helen Yang and I'm currently a second-year endodontics resident at the University of Illinois at Chicago. For today's video, I'd like to share with you all 5 tips on how to get the best, most personal, and most enthusiastic letters of recommendations. Let's dive right in. Tip number 1, focus on quality, not quantity. And what I mean by that is, you want to focus on getting 3, maybe 4 letters from faculty members who know you the best and with whom you've had the most substantial interactions. These letters do not all have to be from faculty within the specialty that you are applying to, nor do they have to be from faculty whose classes that you aced. The writers should be able to convincingly write about all of your wonderful attributes, such as your intellectual curiosity, your clinical hand skills, your work ethic, or your potential to succeed in the field. A lukewarm, impersonal letter filled with rehashing from your resume will not help your case in the eyes of the residency director. Tip number 2, choose mentors early on in your dental education and be intentional about your interactions with them. Schedule time to meet with them throughout your dental career, visit their office hours, volunteer to be their teaching assistants, etc. When I mentor pre-dental students, I always tell them, people who you ask for letters should not be surprised that you are applying to dental school. Similarly, your letter writers should be your mentors, and they should be aware and supportive of your decision to apply for that specialty. Tip number 3, it's best to ask for letters in person rather than over the phone or over email. Specifically, you want to ask if this letter writer can write you an enthusiastic letter of recommendations. You want to gauge their reaction, because if they hesitate or if they start by saying they might be too busy, then you may be better off asking someone else. Tip number 4, ask early in the application cycle. Since endodontics does not participate in the match, and interviews are given out in a rolling basis, you should ask for letters at the beginning of the application cycle in May, or even earlier. This way, these faculty members won't have already committed to writing letters for other people, and they may not be too busy for you. Back when I was applying, I gave 4 of my professors a heads up in mid-April, and then I also followed up with email reminders at the end of May, and my goal was to submit my application in the beginning of June. Tip number 5. For this last tip, I will share with you the secret to getting the best and the most personal letter. As we all know, our professors are very busy and they may not remember all of the interactions you guys have had together. The secret then is to help them by telling them what to write. When I was applying, I jotted down a lot of the notes about my interactions with each mentor, what I learned from them, and I included brief thoughts about what I thought were my personal strengths and things that I was the most proud of. I included all of this information in my follow-up email, where I also attached my resume and a draft version of my personal statement. This way, your letter writer will see that you put a lot of thought into it, and they will also get ideas on what to include in their own letter for you. To recap, this is how you get strong letters of recommendations. Focus on quality, not quantity. To ensure quality, get to know your letter writers far in advance of the application cycle. Ask for letters early and in person. And finally, provide materials to help jog their memory and help them on their writing process. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for tuning in, and best of luck on your residency applications.